ladies, let's get settled. Let's get settled. How was the snack? Good. Have we eaten all day long? All day long. Awesome. Okay, Ms. Mesner, we are going to start with our next video.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Glover, and I'm standing outside our church in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's hard to believe that my husband is celebrating 10 years as the pastor of this church this next weekend. Time has really flown. What's even harder for me to believe is that I met Mrs. Miller when she was my age, almost 30 years ago at Cornerstone. I loved Mrs. Miller instantly and enjoyed working by her side when she delved into projects. And boy, did she delve into some projects. From tearing down walls to wallpapering and everything in between, I got to be right there by her side working on those projects. What I didn't realize is how much she was teaching me while we were working. Yes, she was teaching me to keep the church as beautiful as possible and as updated as possible, but she was also teaching me to meet the needs of my church. This is what I feel like she taught me. If the church needs a Sunday school teacher, be a Sunday school teacher. If the church needs a secretary, be a secretary. If the church needs a janitor, be that janitor. Meet the needs of your church. If I meet the little needs, it frees up my husband to meet those big needs. And I feel like that's been such a blessing through all these years to know that. So I loved Mrs. Miller. I loved spending time with her. And I am very grateful to God for what she taught me. I want Mrs. Miller to know that I thank her for being part of the ministry for so many years. And I want her to know I got what you taught.
Isn't that fun? All the little things that we remember once somebody is gone, they're no longer here, those kind of things. Latricia, let's talk about SOS real quick. Yes, we're going to do a chorus right before we speak, so we're going to do SOS. You can get, she needs mic 1.
Are we on? Okay, perfect. So we have a ladies ministry here at Grace Baptist Church called SOS, Sisters of Strength. And I head that up and I plan that. We do it every first Thursday night of every month, except for the summer months. And I just want to encourage you, pastors' wives, if you do not have a ladies ministry at your church, no matter if you just have a few ladies or if you have a bunch of ladies, have a ladies ministry. I believe that maybe back many years ago, we may not have needed a ladies ministry. But now I think through social media, ladies just, I don't know what it is, but ladies just need this interaction with each other. And we have found that I've done it for about 5 or 6 years now. We started out with maybe 20 ladies, and just of recent, in February, we just had almost 60 ladies come. And I'll tell you, it's just a time for ladies to get together, and it's just very encouraging. And as our name is Sisters of Strength, we need to be strengthened with fellow sisters in Christ. And so, with that being said, we have something new that we're going to be starting up here. We are going, because of all the ideas and all of the, we've just done this for several years, and it just has worked out so good. And the Lord has just really blessed, and we've gotten a lot of ideas. We don't want to keep that to ourselves. We would like to help you as a pastor's wife, give you some resources. We'd like to give you theme ideas. We do food themes, all kinds of fun stuff that night. So because we have some of those ideas, we want to share with you. And because of that desire of ours, not to just keep it to ourselves, we're going to start a Sisters of Strength blog. So what we want to do is we want to put all of our ideas, some resources for you to take, print out. There's just whatever we can do to help you to start a ladies ministry and make it easy for you. Put flyers on there, whatever it is. My friend Jackie back here and I are going to we're going to be putting that live here pretty soon on a blog site. And so if you will follow us on Facebook, there is a, ladies, my ushers, grab usherettes.
The little ushers.
The little ushers. If you are visiting if you are not from Grace Baptist Church, would you stand up?
Now, everybody or just the pastor's wife?
No, everybody. Anybody that's not from Grace Baptist Church, go ahead and stand up. Ladies, let's get those out immediately. We're going to give you a little handout that gives just a little glimpse of one of our SOS meetings. All right, inside of there is a flyer about our new blog and where you can find us on Facebook. There's a QR code, so take your smartphone, you can scan it and go straight to the Facebook page. But in there we have a newsletter. We do this every month. We get ladies in our church and we ask them to write something just to be a blessing to the ladies, just to strengthen them. We have in there, we also have a prayer journal booklet that we put together for one of our meetings. Our focus this past year has been on prayer. And so this was an amazing thing, but I got a few ladies that I know pray in our church. And I sat around a table and I just listened to their heart about prayer. And this little booklet came of that. So we want to share that with you. Go ahead, read through it. And if you have any questions, you can find us on Facebook and we'd love to help. We believe that it's important to have a ladies ministry. So if you have any questions, please come see me. I'd love to encourage you to have a ladies ministry. It's very easy. It's easy. It's a lot of planning, but it can be very easy. And we want to help you with those resources.
So they do from beginning to end. They do a theme for the night. And so the food is planned around it. The game, whatever that they do, they take that theme and just run with it for the night. And it is a lot of work, but every lady, at the end of a long day, the last thing you want to do is go back to church. So all of us admit sometimes we struggle. Oh, are we going to go back? And every time we go to one of those SOS meetings, we say, I'm so glad I did. It's just iron sharpening iron. And use the ladies of your church. We have ladies give testimony. You don't know half of the story of the women in your church until you have them get up and give a testimony and your jaw drops and you think, she's been through so much. I had no idea. And now you know how to pray for each other better, how to be a little more sympathetic, empathetic for each other. And what's that? Yeah.
Also, obviously, I'm not the pastor of Grace Baptist. I'm not the pastor's wife of Grace Baptist Church.
And she's not the pastor either.
That's a good thing, right? But I will tell you, Mrs. Miller is very involved in those evenings. But if one of you ladies that just attend your church have a burden for that, we assist Mrs. Miller. We're not trying to take over. We're just kind of her arm. And so she is involved. She's in the know. But, it's not the pastor's wife that just has to run it. Obviously, go through your pastor's wife. But maybe if you have a burden, go to your pastor's wife and say, hey, I have a burden. Can I help with this if you would like to start one of these? So don't just think it just has to be for pastor's wife. Go and encourage your pastor's wife to maybe start one of these.
It is huge for me. They come to me and say, this is our theme. How much do you want to be involved? Do you want to speak that night? If you don't, you just want to come and sit back, it's okay. And because, I trust them 100%, but they run everything through me, and I'm just so thankful. I texted these ladies last night that worked so hard, and I didn't text enough, but this is not a one-woman show. Putting on a conference like this is not. It's many women getting together, and I'm just the one who happens to get to stand here and be blessed and to say, welcome to our church. But man, it's all these women it's everyone together. And that's how this SOS meeting is, this Sisters of Strength. The ladies in our church are very encouraged, very involved. We have new ladies coming all the time, bringing friends that don't come to our church, but they'll come to an SOS meeting. It is a blessing. It's a huge blessing. If you don't have one, if you want to, pick her ear later on, do it. But go to that.
My ear. How about pick my brain?
Oh, pick her brain. Oh, I guess we don't pick ears. Bend her ear.
Okay, one more. Now I'm ticklish. One more thing about that blog, you'll find a little flyer inside of your thing. Our goal is if we would be able to strengthen share our ideas to help sharpen you, to share with somebody else and strengthen them in their walk with the Lord. Our whole goal is just to help whatever it is. But these nights are very important, and you are welcome. If you would like to call your meeting SOS Sisters of Strength, go ahead. We would love for it.
There's nothing original, so go for it. And if you don't have as much talent in your church, I mean, I'm just blessed with talented ladies who make this. It's incredible. So we're willing and welcome to share that with you. What's next?
Okay, inside of your bags, did everybody get a bag for the conference?
Yes.
Inside of your bag, there is a bookmark in there. And Miss Miller, I'm going to let you say a little bit. But Amber Yingling is a young lady in our church who has struggled with health issues for 12 years, in and out of the hospital all the time. But she is the most encouraging person. You would never know. I mean, she is very sick, but her spirit is just contagious. But she handmade those bookmarks for you. She couldn't be here today because of her health, but we just wanted to make a shout out to her for thinking of you. She did this all on her own.
I hope you found one in there. It's a bookmark that Amber made. She made a couple years ago. She did the same thing. She has such a heart. Amber would be here every day, every service if she could, but what the Lord has her for such a time as this is that she reaches out to ladies who have the same disease, or she's kind of on a blog kind of a thing. And she's led multiple people to the Lord through this illness that God has allowed her to have in her life. She had a difficulty today alone, and Miss Barb was going to have to go home, and her husband took the day off so he could take Amber so that his wife could be here. But Amber made that. So when you see that, if you put that in your Bible, would you pray for Amber Yingling is her name? Her twin sister, Leah. Leah's the rotten one. Her twin sister, Leah's here, and Leah's her caretaker. And she cares for her sister in and out of the hospital with her, back and forth, up through the nights. And this family's a blessing. And that's a gift to you from Amber. Please pray for Amber when you see that. Okay, 2022 conference. Living the dream. This is the conference we were supposed to have last year. We are going to have, can you see who that is? Miss Francie Taylor. How many of you have heard Miss Francie Taylor speak? If you have not, put it on your calendar right now. I know you have your cell phones out anyways. Come to the conference. It's going to be a 2-day conference next year. So we're going to make it worth staying the night. It's going to be a Friday at 1, something like that. We'll give you details through whatever. And then the next morning through whatever. So, girls, you have them? These girls are going to pass out is it a postcard kind of a thing? Postcard regarding it. We want you to remember it. We want you to plan to come. We want you to pray with us for this conference. It's going to be exciting. Okay, we're going to do a door prize. I did a couple while you were gone. Okay, so the plant that's right here in the front with the sweet, okay, I got to grab him because he's cute. If you're a plant lady like me, is he not so cute? Look at his hair. So fuzzy. We're going to give this dude away. Miss Emily? Liz Anderson, are you taking this on the plane with you? Okay, don't come get it yet because we're decorating with it. I'll give it to you in a little bit. We're going to put your name on it. Look at Liz. He's like your new pet. I told you they wouldn't work. Okay, she'll remember who she is. All right, let's see. We are going to give away a book. Emily, let's do another one. Vicky Tapia. Yay! You got to win this book. This is Tracy Dill's mama. She lives down in Fountain. Okay, one more. Lisa Cleveland. Woohoo! We're giving her the book. What's it called? Discover Your Destiny by Brother Carrie Schmidt. And I have one more. Let's see. Oh, and she's not here. You can grab it for her afterwards, please. This cute sign says, "Smile. It looks good on you." Isn't that sweet? Yes. She'll remember that, right? Where was this? Right here. Okay, one more, Miss Emily. Miss Jennifer Hermats gets a book. Sister Friends by Miss Francie Taylor. You're welcome. I have one more plant at the bottom. This sweet little guy down there that we're going to give away. Let's do it. Lydia Holder. Lydia. Where's Lydia? She not here? Oop, sorry, Lydia. Corey Haynes. You can pick it up afterwards, but it's this guy here on the bottom. Sweet, are you a plant lady? You will be. Don't let your baby ruin my plant. She's pregnant. Okay, let's see. And I have one more. We're giving away this cute little guy. Christy Calloway. You can get it afterwards, Miss Christy. Congrats. How cute is that thing? I think that's everything, right? Did we give away all our giveaways? Yes, I think we did. Okay. We are going to take up an offering, right? Is that next? Okay. Girls, offeringettes, whatever. I know that you paid your fee to come. Just throw something in. It'll go extra. Extra will go to our speakers. They're like, we don't even know how to take up an offering. Come up to the front. Come on up to the front. I wouldn't know either. Come on, girls. There you go. Actually, two of you there need to be two in the middle. Okay, we're good. Just like that. I'm going to pray, and then during the offering, Miss Katie's going to come and sing. Lead us, okay? And everyone will stay seated for the offering, okay? Father, thank you for this time together once again. I pray that you'd bless this offering that we're taking up, that we can put it into the fund, dear Lord, that we can do this again. Thank you for the speakers that have come our way. Thank you for Miss Wendy Burks, dear Lord, who took time away from her family. She has a brand new grandbaby, no doubt would love to be with him. Yet she's here to be a blessing to us. So I pray you bless this offering that we've taken up in our time together. Amen. Come on up. Oh, you grab that one. She needs mic 2 or mic 1.
All right, go ahead and open up those booklets again. We are doing chorus number 4.
This is from Psalm 19.
Testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than the honey and the honeycomb. Let's try verse 2. The statutes of the Lord rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than the honey and the honeycomb. All right, last one, last verse. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than the honey
take some of those songs and put them in your brain and sing them. It's a wonderful way to memorize God's word. We have another video.
Mrs. Dominique Miller, I want to thank you for asking me to participate in this little video demonstration about Mrs. Miller Sr. She was one of my very favorite people. When I was 15, I started going to church at Cornerstone. It was a different experience because I had never really been faithful to a church, and the churches that I had attended were very dry. I remember my brother and we used to not pay attention, and the Sunday that my stepmother separated us, we had to pay attention because we didn't have anything else to do. So during that message, I got saved, and my brother did, and we both walked the aisle. And I remember we're standing on the opposite sides of the baptistry, not knowing that either one of us had walked the aisle, and we looked at each other across the way, and we're like, what are you doing here? So it was pretty cool, though, because we both totally got invested in the Lord's work. Sunday night, Wednesday night church services, all the youth activities. We started going soul winning and bus visitation, and we just jumped into everything head first. And that was over 30 years ago. So Preacher and Mrs. Miller have played a huge part in my life and in the life of my family. I'm very grateful for everything that she taught me. There is hardly a week that goes by that I don't think of the verse in Hebrews when she was telling me I was discouraged about something, and I don't even remember what the whole conversation was, but I remember the verse that she gave me. The verse was that to whom much is given, much is required, and that I have been given a godly heritage through Preacher and Mrs. Miller and their ministry and the experiences that I had growing up. The second to none. I'm so thankful that the Lord allowed me to go to Cornerstone to be a part of everything that happened there. There are so many memories I have. I got in trouble in high school, so Mrs. Miller picked me up bright and early, super early, like the sun wasn't even up, to go on a trip to South Dakota with the teenagers because the school went to a tournament, but since I had gotten in trouble, I wasn't allowed to ride with the team, so she picked me up and I got to ride with her all the way there and all the way back to South Dakota. So that was a special treat. I mean, I was in trouble. I didn't get a ride with the team, but I got a ride with Preacher and Mrs. Miller, and so I don't know that it was actually a bad thing. I enjoyed it. So that's just one of the many memories. When my husband became the youth director at a church in Kansas, we actually had Preacher and Mrs. Miller come. She's a hoot. She was always so funny, and there's so many good times that we got to have together. I remember just a couple of weeks before she passed away, I talked to her on the phone, and I'm so glad that I have text messages that we shared and so many phone conversations. I've got pictures together with her all through these years, 30 years. I can't even believe that it's been that long that they've been a part of my life. But my children, they are in church, and I'm in a wonderful marriage. I'm so blessed because of their ministry. And man, I miss her. I miss her already. And so, of course, polka dots in her honor. And if you are someone who has an influence on a teenager's life, don't give up on them. I cannot tell you. I bet there's so many people who saw me at her funeral that were shocked that I was in church at all. So don't give up on your teenagers. Love on them. Pray for them. Be a part of their life. And I hope that one day someone is able to honor you in the same way that I am able to honor Mrs. Miller. Thanks.
That's called investment, right? She invested in people. Even a teenager, rotten teenager getting in trouble, right? I was one of those too. She invested in people. What a blessing Mom was. I'm so glad that I get to honor her today. Well, Mrs. Wendy Burks is going to speak to us one more time. And I hope that you open your ears to her. Please don't get tired. Please don't fall asleep. Please silence your cell phones. I've heard cell phones all day long. And let's give her this next 40 minutes with us. And open your heart.
Oh, ladies, I can't believe it's coming to an end. I've looked forward to this for so long. And I came to be a blessing, but I have to tell you how much I've been blessed. Listening to the stories of Mrs. Miller, I wish I had known her. I did see her at Bible college a couple of times, I think, but I didn't get to know her. Those of you who got to know her, you're blessed. I feel inadequate to stand here now after Mrs. Ingram stood here and talked. I didn't get to hear the other